kind of music. Sing your own special song. Music. Da-na-na-na-na. If you get an eyelash in your eye, you can make a wish. You can say, I wish I didn't have an eyelash in my eye. Hey girl. Da-na-na. Fur and get. Fur and you get. Good morning. Sup, fireworks? Sup, dude? Good morning to you, dude. Top of this fine day. I didn't go live yesterday, just in case you're wondering. Sup, Will? I didn't. I don't think I did. I'm pretty sure I didn't. I did my one-on-one yesterday. Man, trying to keep track of a nonsensical concept like time. Aniko, top of this finest morning to you. Sup, Ernest, Paprika. That's a really good, I think Studio Ghibli, Paprika. And in there, they actually go on a whole thing about 17. But like full on, like conspiracy with the number 17 popping up everywhere. And that was like a good 10 years after I became obsessed with 17. It's really cool to have an obsessed person in a movie with a number after you've done an obsession with a number. So that Paprika, they mention it, and then also Jim Carrey's number 23. He gets obsessed with the number. Dan Iliko, thank you so much for likes, dude. Tunable subscribed. That's why I've put it on sub chat only. Garden Core Collective, let's go. Good morning to you. Because when Tunable gets here, I want to make a joke about, oh, you're subscribed, that kind of thing. That's why I left it on purpose. I'm so thankful for growing. Absolute pleasure. Absolute pleasure. Boozer, good morning. I am amazing. And you're reading. Well, I'm going to do it in the next 24 hours. I'm going to say it today, but then I'm actually going to give myself 24 hours. In case I want to. I'm going to go meditate before I do your reading. Top of it all. Top of it all. Exactly. I've been obsessed with 14, seeing it a lot, license plates. Yeah, exactly. You said you're 7, 14 is yours. I'm talking about the 14. You can even type on Google 14 and 17. If I type it in, 14 and 17 veil the self. Let's see if it finds Madame Blavatsky's thing. Corinthians. Well, I caught buying some. I wonder if I typed in Madame Blavatsky. What's her name? Madame? Something. You have to type in Theosophical Society, and then 14 and 17, and you'll get it. I've been thinking about how extinction of a species really fits in. Brilliant! That's amazing, Boozer, where the animal's form isn't that necessary other than stabilizing a matrix. It's 8-dimensional synaptic stuff here. 811D communicates there. So even though it's like, oh no, that you missed that creature, went extinct, you wonder why a planet produces beings saying that form. It is definitely quantum, and it's to do with the synaptic hive mind of the planet. So the higher dimensions of the planet has higher intelligent unities, and funny enough, the animals facilitate that. And then the insects as well. It's all what it is. Cymatic quantum facilitation. Life. The life on the planet has a functional form. To a degree, not above where they exist, but I know. But you half what you're saying. You mean when the creature no longer needs it, when it pops out, not just all creatures. Yeah, okay. I misunderstood what you meant, but you're right. Based on what I do understand now. Once a creature's no longer needed. Now, you're going to be able to find equal on both. You're going to be able to find a whole bunch of beings going, no, it's very bad when the dodo went. You needed the dodo to stabilize your this or whatever. Like, can you imagine timeline quantum ripples where both can be justified? Depends what you want to do with your universe. Now you see the God that directs the universe doesn't exist. The intelligence that is needed is what exists. And it's always been that in your face, and you've always been that. And that's what we were becoming aware of. Cognitizing that, and then basically individually, funny enough, actually breaking away and going and being our own being in our own universe, even though there'll be other sentient beings. The versions of them will be the versions of us that chose to journey into that truth. You'll decentralize God realized, decentralize God. And then you'll have a very personal understanding of why that animal is or isn't. And you can bring it back. You can bring it back at that point, because you'll understand its cymatic functionality. You have to recreate the mental conditions. But then there's another thing, like, bringing back like quaggas and weird extinct animals from like 100 years ago. If everything is amazing, life shows us life's amazing. It's funny that if life's amazing and then we don't think life's amazing, then you don't see it, and if you do, then you do, or maybe it always was. Just like enlightenment, your divine God nature, you've actually always been that. Just, you're blind to it, basically. It's always been only you, basically. Don't know if I'll need to put that into chat. It's Crystal! Good morning! South Chris. We will be able to exist. Because yes. The thing where our mind wants different and thinks difference is different only exists below a certain dimension. And so, same difference, different same. So you see above that, above that is God, and others aren't. See, because that same thing that you can do there is actually what it is, unless you think, no, there's difference. And so you go, no, there's no difference in that difference. The space between the difference is the same being. Then yes, same difference. And it's that principle, that understanding, that's going to help you transcend. Those are transcendental qualities. I was going through the video on YouTube to figure out what it is. No way, it's Crystal. Sure, and it feels so like an Edgar Casey situation, because I've had so many conversations and so many things, and I remember saying that, but the degree to which I was accurate is hectic. Congratulations, Crystal. And then did she get hold of you, and did you know? Because I was thinking there's going to be a softening, and I'm wondering if that's what's going to do it. Oh, okay, I got a yes. I fall in and out of knowing. It's like seeing tricky. Jim Carrey talks about it. Fireworks, like being on a wave, the prodigal son. Sometimes it comes home, sometimes it's not there. It's like a wave. Sometimes I fall off and da-da-da. It's that being above the mind, basically walking on the surface in a knowing, and then you go to check your maths, and then you drop back into thinking. Because we're so used to defining things, a state of being, a state of bliss. Instead of knowing bliss. Wait, let me write that down. No, let me say that. No, that kind of thing. Let me articulate it in my mind so that I know I've had it. I have it. I grasp it. It's mine. Oh, really? Wrong twin. See, that's the thing is at the moment, I had a check yesterday. I was at the dispensary yesterday, and I was talking to the person there, saying, we're in a place now, things are changing out so quickly. I don't know. And I'm actually glad I don't know. Like God goes, I don't know what 8.8 or 8 point how many billion people, or more, or the 7 point something that know that what fireworks just said, the knowing that this stuff that we know. Forget how well a person can articulate it. The whole planet knows that it's in charge of itself and the place and its experience and what it perceives and its relationship with. So it's quantumly changing so quickly right now. That's what's been odd in the last 4 or 5 days. So you go, what happened with Donald Trump? And I'm like, well, what happened? If I say what happened, I'm going to say something different tomorrow. So do you really want to know? We're rating timelines. We're basically just traveling through parallel Earths at a right angle, picking up pieces. That's all I can say. And then, so if you go, describe the mountain, I'm like, the mountain's changing continuously. I don't want to describe it. You actually had mentioned that it would be both. It's crazy, Crystal. Fireworks, dude, that's you. Right back at you, bro. Freaking projecting. No, not projecting, you know what I mean? Moving up a half step in global consciousness lets everything move up. Chooses, that's exactly. It is basically that. There's a sense of beings are traveling between three, and when they're in the bottom of their own half, which is below the middle of the three, they can bring other beings up one. And if they do that, the one that comes up one brings up. I can quantumly know what's happening. It's like playing. I don't know. I can't say it. It feels more like this. Like I don't know, and that's what's so good about it. Like a person who's got three things they're moving around, and you got to guess which one it is, and they've lost track of where it is. And they're like, oh shit. And then you guess, and they look, and they're like, oh. And then they open up all of them. None of them are there. Or they're doing it, and it's under all three. It's weird. I can't explain it anymore. I think the word is magnanimous. God's like, doesn't matter where the dice fall. It's illusion. It's one side of an illusion. It's one side of a coin. It doesn't matter. That's how I feel now about, like today, about American politics. Kamala, Trump, Kennedy, it doesn't matter. It's all the same. It doesn't matter. It's the same surface. What's behind everything is the same mind, God, you. Connect with that thing, get to know it. And you'll be in a state of blissful happiness, smiling all the time, and then you will always be bringing the best timelines over the horizon at yourself. Remember, you don't live in timelines. You travel through them. You raid them. You're on the move. You're God. You're snappy. You've got light to deliver. Presence to unravel. It's a different dynamic right now. That's the only way I can say it. And there's an aspect of intelligence that's enjoying it because it's like, I don't know. The place is so dynamic. I don't know what it's going to do tomorrow. And it's good for the controllers in a way, because there's a lot of energies on the planet that didn't know how they were going to get out of their little paradox, a little mind control paradox. And they've actually been like dumped into a universe that they don't have as much control as they thought they had. Therefore, they're not as cornered by their own mind as they think they are. Like pressing the clutch to switch up gears. Very, very good analogy. 1 and 2 are collected, now going to 4, which allows us to get... Yeah. Not collected, that's another content, exactly where. So everyone's got their version of it. Whether they're going to size it up. And that relative to relative is the same difference. There's an algorithm between all our difference. That's actually the Holy Spirit. Yeah, the algorithm between all difference is Holy Spirit, funny enough. It's what will make you look into anything and know the self is reflected. Hence it'll comfort you. It'll be a comforter. Yo, sup, James? God. Bro, thank you, James Jaw. I feel so weird when you guys thank me, because I can see that you're facilitating yourself. On your inner planes, you guys are facilitating your own version of this, and it's like listening to the universe go, God, thank you. I'm like, you know, the whole universe is resonating through you at me right now. So it's like, thank you. Will you take thanks as well? I'll accept your thank you if you take your thank you. You're acting like an amplifier, James. You know how many people... I want to show you... It'd be so cool to show you, James, a highlight reel of the people who, because of your clarity, literally with that moment on their face where they go... You know, it's like, hey, no way, that could be, hey, that kind of thing. It's a thought, because they've gone above where they would be the mind, basically. And then they've had enough experiences, and their karma's balanced enough that they go, what if thought is the same as thingy, that means if I'm the universe experiencing itself, then I'm God dreaming. That means that kind of thing. And you know how that affects. Then that person will literally go to a family member. Everyone has their experience different. So that person, I can see people who go to their family member and go, listen, so do you think like da-da-da-da-da? And then suddenly that person goes, and then the day before they were thinking a similar thought. And that's exciting when two family members, you know, get excited about basically having a realization at the same time, and then they get to talk about it, and the rest of the family's in on it, and there's a sense of awakening excitement. And then the individuals that have to do it themselves will, good workers that have felt loss are about to activate. Whoa, I want to say what you're not going to God, no? Certain grid workers, what you just said there is so accurate. And then what I want to say next is basically well said. Sums up the differences of the whole spoken in different ways. So the thing I want to say, you saying to you see you've learned my thing. You know what I'm trying to say? The universal resonance on your statement I would make next, and you made it next. So listen to what is said. That we really listen to. Well, I know you guys do as we talk about it, but listen to yourself. What you're actually saying, what comes out of your mouth, you're actually brillianter than you think. If you listen to it as if it's the universe resonating at you and through you at the same time. We have notes that really like me. Yeah, Gardner. Oh, fireworks! You missed so much. I have no idea. I've watched reruns. I don't know. Couldn't repeat it. I don't know. Half asleep still. Something about critical mass, people feeling alone, grid workers. Basically a double dose of more like a triple dose of magic is about to kick in. Yeah. It's so interesting because it doesn't, what's his name? What did God say about the live conversation with me? Oh, ask them. Yeah, maybe they'll remember it. Bet they won't. I can feel it. We got the whole world in our hands. That's so good. We do. We really do. You see all the characters you've ever experienced was you to the power of minus blind spot. That's it. And you look at it as an energy. Don't get over specific about physical details. That's secondary. The physical details you'll see in your Trinity composites, meaning you take a parent and a best friend, composite them cymatically, and you'll see Tom Cruise or whoever. The whole place is the whole place. So we can move past form and no longer worship idols. If we create differential preference, that's idol. And then you're worshipping it as opposed to seeing it all as undifferentiated self. Then you won't be worshipping an idol. So that's the spell that it has. You go from Hannah Montana to Cobain to this thing to that thing to got to get the Nike shoe, and you're basically jumping from symbolism to not me, but it was you the whole time. Each particle of our own energy that it is inevitable to recognize self, brilliant, Bruce. What's happening? So you will be my judge tomorrow. What's happening tomorrow, fireworks? It's magic machine. You are the judge of yourself perpetually. You right now is the same moment as just now. If you zoomed out of the last 4 days and zoomed out on this very moment where you breathed in and out, same thing. That's the whole point of this. The death-birth cycle is the in-breath, out-breath cycle, and your world is your mirrored karma, which is your judge. You are your own judge. And if you see that as perfection, that's the whole thing of differential consciousness. Okay. Technically, you could see it that way, but then it's the same as saying, you say me, you say you. So you could say me, but you could say anyone else in this life, or you. You know what I'm trying to say? And however you see it, because it's all of the above, because it's hologram, because the sixth dimension is one consciousness. So it's just you shifting your perception, and it would all be true. And as far as the outcome, that's a whole other conversation, because now you are all things and you have to be honest. Meaning, if you were the judge, not about are you going to get off or not. It's about what's true. You want truth above all things. So the universe wrote a character that you basically what I'm trying to say is, if do you want truth or do you want to rig it in your favor? That's the same as any conversation. Forget the 300, forget the court case, forget reality. You want to rig reality in your favor, when you perceived favor, or do you want truth? You're like, no, I want rig it in my favor. Fuck, I'm paying $300. And you're like, cool, that's rad, you see. That was God making a free will decision. If you went, oh no, I better let it happen the way it must so that I don't fuck with the divine nature, then that's your truth, and that's where God's at. You know, if you think that karma is a law or that God wills things and that there's anything in physical experience that is God's will, as far as I'm concerned, physicality, this place, Maya, is a piece of shit. And you can do what you want with it. When it comes to transcending it, rigging it, cheat coding it, not abusing it. It's not what I'm saying. You don't get a bunch of slaves and abuse the illusion because it's all me. But you can rig it. You can pull gold bars out of nowhere. You can wave your hand and all the orphanages get updated fridges with all the food. You can do what you want from that point of view. You don't have to respect the delusion. But there's a journey to that transcending, to that potency that it doesn't have its way with you. And there's a half will be learned or remembered, and half you have to actually take for yourself. The confidence to wield your God nature without getting a mock charge or a counter belief that says, oh, don't do that. That's divine will. God wants it that way. You have to go through the journey and that's your mirror taking the piss. The universe is a frozen moment of perfection. What you agendizes it. It basically gives it a momentum, gives it a purpose. It has no purpose. It's a frozen eternal truth. Where we go from here, and there's a lot of that. A lot of the spiritual people are like, oh, no ways. We wanted all this knowledge to achieve or get. Now that we transcend, there's nothing to get or do or achieve. So now it's like, oh, okay, I'm actually quite peaceful and content. I don't seek high moments of joy and avoid extreme moments of sadness. I enjoy the fact that I can breathe underwater. That I know reality is, I know it for what it is. That's like a new thing. I want to sit for a while and just tread water, basically. Because I also know it's spreading, and there's a whole planet of beings who aren't applying their manifestation every 5 seconds. And they're basically building up a chakra reserve. And whatever occurs doesn't make a difference because it's all me. It always has been. If the car arrives blue or yellow, I don't care. You've got to get yourself to the undifferentiated conscious point. Your eternal nature is in you. It's your best friend. It's your company. You balance your good morning, Amy. You balance your ability to listen to it and for it to communicate with you. You get all the wisdom returned. You remember. Personally, it feels that way. It feels like the gross desires, the physical desires fade. Da-da, I have to go take a desk job and I'm fighting it all the way, car. Why can't I be willing? That is so funny, Crystal. Wouldn't you find it amazing, Crystal, the concept of a brand new job? Who's in there? Like who's in that building? Like, because it's all reflections and you haven't met them yet. So you get this new, like, mundane, boring job, and then you get to go meet these new people that you know are already you. Maybe do like a 3-month adventure. I don't know, try and trick yourself into thinking, like looking at it differently. Or don't. Or just don't go do it. It's so... Wow, where is that? And do you say articulate container? I simply cannot get it all here. I think as opposed to get it all here, articulate it all here. Or yeah, you're right, but also you get glimpses of it, and it's beyond. because it's all directions simultaneously. And then everything you would say to describe it, if you could say what you're going to say stacked on top of the same moment, then you'd be... and then also, the mind wasn't designed for that. The mind is a tool to use to mold it, play it, control it. This is why I can never go to sleep after listening to you. Fireworks. Bree! Good morning, Bree. And thank you so much for subscribing. Sup, Kay? Sup, Bree? It has been forever. I was staring at your YouTube yesterday. How well it's produced and stuff. And how you got to get more subscribers. You got to get... I don't know. I'd be punting your thing daily. Every day, Bree, I would do a blog where I go and find whatever the top 9 country songs are. And then I put your... YouTube playlist. And then you put yourself in there every day. Just make it up. You're number 3, and the next day you're number 7. So that your name's always popping up with country names all the time. Do that for a month. You get yourself up to 1,000 subs. You'll go crazy. There's country music crazy people out there that I never, maybe I should do a miracle. Maybe I should, I said I would do it earlier on, right in the beginning. Instagram, TikTok, I don't do much. I know. Or if this, then that can connect all your social media together. So it can make it just easier. So you upload one place. I know you can't, you're not marketing. You got more. I know it's not something you're focusing on. I was actually shut up. I'm going to shut up or do it myself for you. I know it's so much. I know. Once you've accepted the focus, right? See, Boozer, the other half, you know how it's hard to articulate it? The other half of what you're getting will be articulated by default in metaphor by your environment. Yeah. It's a quantum puppet show. A couple more strings, I'll be a real boy. I just played the biggest festival of my career. Well done, that's so awesome. Where was it? Just wave your hand and create it, right? See, now, if I say yes or no, it's all about that core in you, fireworks. It's that core in you. It's that core getting in you, that core final decision. In fact, fireworks, there's this thing you can do where you take 3 of the same coins, and you choose heads or tails, and you say, I create my reality, and then you flip the coins. And what will happen is, all 3 of them will land on what you think, or all 3 will land on what you don't think. And if it's a mixture, it literally means you got to ground the core. So a lot of people will go, I create my own reality, and they'll flip, and they'll literally get 3 of the opposites straight away. And then they'll realize, wait, I actually believe that what I am the reason why reality is doing what it's doing. So as long as I don't know myself, I don't know reality, and I don't know what the hell it's doing. Oh, it's anti-me. Is reality... Some people believe that reality is anti-them. And that's not something that's opposite. It's fractal opposite. It's the opposite. Just keep oppositing. So every time you're a something, a right, a blue, a left, a down, you're basically writing an inverse universe. Multidimensional inverse universe. And the karma balanced will take you to the place where you and the universe are one and the same. So you see why if you see something in someone, you call it, you're it. In that very moment, you become the thing you see. You're great. You're great the moment you say something's great. You're stupid and sideways. I'm stupid and sideways. Kamala Harris has a lovely laugh. No, Kamala Harris is a bit crazy. She doesn't... See, as soon as I say that about her, it's this guy right here. You basically... I love it. I think it's quite great. God's like, you're a fucking prisoner of your perception. Now, do you want to enter the divine realms? Apply divine perception. Do you want to enter the hellish realms? Do you want to enter the judgmental realms? You're judged, the thing you judge, you're judged with. I judge with divine perfection and unconditional love. God's like, right, go on. Where? Off to the unconditional, unjudging self-love realm. Awesome. Answer is yes, always has to. There we go, exactly. We released the new album. Oh, to the new image, Brie. No matter if you're... I want to see some quickly here. We're on YouTube. I know you don't, much on YouTube, but I think I just saw it yesterday. I just love the artwork, and it seems like you're like polished. The whole thing's like great. I kind of we're in the wrong universe. You're supposed to be like have millions of followers and be super famous. Let's see if we can jump universes. Da na 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 na. Da na 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 na. Yo! What am I even doing? What am I even talking about, Bree? Did you... You got 14,000 subscribers. No, man, come on, stop it, God. I looked at it yesterday, you had 63 subscribers on YouTube, and I'm like, why? She's so professional and amazing. No, I don't like this. Why? Because if you go, it's always been that. And I'm like, no. And then, God's going to the mental institution. But he's like, thanks for your final miracle. We jumped to a universe, wiped everyone's memories. I'm super famous and Garth's insane. Great. And you're like, thanks, Garth. Bye. You go wandering off in your famous career. And I'm just sitting here going, making weird bird noises. Bree, love the new photo. Bree, did you hear everything I just said? Jumping all the time now. No, but Bree... Did you hear what I just said? You got 16,000 subscribers. What did you say? You're 14 points on YouTube. That's huge numbers. Now, did you say heads first? Fireworks? And don't keep doing it forever. I can't keep doing it right. That's great. So you see, you've got a very high level of a very clear knowing that whatever crosses your mind is what you experience. So now you're going to think to yourself like, don't look down, don't only look horizon and up. Never look down again. What did you do? For a split second, I thought about that kind of thing. And so now it's basically a game you're going to play. How I'm on the clock and I'm being monitored by the universe, and it's basically you are the needle on the record. Whatever you think you resonate, the record will play. Reality is the record. And so 45 loops a minute. Was it a minute, second, minute? 45, a minute. A second. Or 33. Those two things are actual numbers on, the two different sides of records. 33 is the 33 vertebra, 45 is fourth dimension, going fifth dimensional, back and forth, going from energy to non-energy. So physicality to energy, that's what 4 and 5 are about. Imagine having 14,000 people in the same room with you. Crazy. I'm talking about subscribers. Oh, but I guess you're just saying that. My engagement is low because I don't post regularly. They're dropped. Oh, really? But my whole point is, Bree, they're not 63. I thought you had 63 subscribers on YouTube. And I was like, what? That's not right. This is great. I saw the video of Gift Ambassador. Thank you. Thank you, Bella. I don't think you realize. Yeah, you do realize. You've been unbelievably generous recently. It is. Stay positive, head and stay positive. Exactly. And then and or zen and neutral. Sup, Karan? See, Bree, if you look at what's his name, Prof. That's the way you would want your social your social media managed. You'd want to be putting up shorts, TikToks. If you guys are setting up a show, you want to do a little 1 minute. You basically want to keep people thinking about you all the time. But that's a marketing thing. Prof can do it. I know you don't have the energy all the time. You need somebody to do it. Prof, he's just a rapper who's in the same. He's making it happen grassroots. So he's also got, he goes on his shows and he does his thing. But he's got a good shorts. He puts up his shorts. Prof's great. I love him so very much, Kat. Yay, fireworks. Thank you so much, dude. What is my... Sub-situation. I can't see. Oh, there we go. Rad 52. Thank you. Shame, Crystal. Oh, everybody. Your Crystal. The children being born now are like straight up born rainbow. Their past lives intact. This world, but basically this world has to get used to everybody knowing everything. Oh, bro wants a privacy. What? From what? From metaphor. See, no matter what you think, no matter what there is, no matter what to do, no matter what, it's all metaphor about energetic self-engagement. And so a lot of humans are like, I don't want you knowing that I have this habit of putting tomato sauce on my head in the dark. It's like, that's no one cares. No one cares. That's the thing as well. People think everyone cares about each other. Then we do, but we don't. We care about how it relates to ourselves. So your unique details that you want private, even if everyone knew, no one would be like, whatever, that makes sense. Your weirdness isn't weird. Sorry. You're not special. You are, but only to yourself. You know, where yourself begins and ends, that's up to you to sort of define. That's funny. Yeah, saying the opposite, which is still true. I'm already subscribed to you, I was saying. Oh, did you subscribe to Bree? You are a legend. Fireworks? Fireworks, why didn't you? Dude. Let's do a thing. Fireworks, Bree's marketing manager. Bree, if Fireworks can make you digital revenue, you make an agreement to share. You give him 20% of your digital revenue if you can tenfold your digital presence, and I'll teach him how to market. And then me and Firework use it as a case study, and we become digital marketers. Charge big money. So it's result based. Winston! Epic! Let's go! Dalai Lama streamers are much more money, though we don't make much of stream views. My streams are not much money. No, exactly. That's my whole point. So, Bree, this is my point. Your YouTube, Spotify, your shorts that aren't going up must go up. Basically, you get what I'm saying, Bree. It would tenfold. You'd get proper results. You'd actually make a revenue. He'd get those results, and I would basically show him how I do it. I've got Digital Dovetail. I also do it with other companies. But then based on your one, it's a high profile, nice and polished. And then we can actually show your results over a month go up 1,000-fold, kind of thing. Epic! And or a month of it, get the result, and then you decide. So you're not committed to anything. Because Bree, the truth is, energies are important. Even if the person gets a result, you may be like, cool, I just don't want someone handling my social media. I don't know why. You may feel that way, and you just say it, and it's fine. I'll be like, hey, Fireworks, let's try and set up a marketing company and advertise on LinkedIn. See if we can get some other people to let us do it. You know what I mean? Be authentic. And if you've got intuition and feelings, just stick to them. You don't have to explain yourself to anybody. Everybody take a page from what I just said. We're so keen to please people. People must learn how to please themselves. And we must learn how to be okay when other things apply its free will. In fact, we must respect other beings' intuition. Why? Because then the universe will respect your intuition and enhance it. That's why. So yeah. So don't answer that, Bree. If you want us to, if you want me and Fireworks to manage your social media and get you number results, just inbox me. There. Very gracious guy. Thank you. Because this morning I was thinking about that. The idea of when someone brings me something that makes them happy, and then I'm happy for them, but I'm happy because I want them to be happy that I'm happy. But the truth is I should actually be more neutral. A lot of times we think if we're not happy with someone else's happiness that we're actually being mean, and it's not the case. Be authentic. Basically, learn to run on your own battery. Basically, Da-na-na-na. Epic. Thank you again so much for this one. Epic. I think I told you the other day about the swan. And now I'm seeing every single guru that I end up like watching their videos, they've got a swan somewhere in the background. It's definitely the metaphor of separating milk from water / separating spiritual essence from experience. Da-na-na. Amy, welcome back. Don't go changing. Da-da-da. And so, I really hope, I don't care. I was about to say, I hope Kamala Harris wins so I can make montages of her saying, what was I going to say? What came before, what could be without her thing, what could be without the burden of what was. And I wanted to split that. I wanted to say that, then I wanted to split it with something. And then because you can find lots of those videos where she says it literally 50 times, 50 different ways. His new girlfriend now. Ooh, wait a minute. Oh, hectic. Cray. It's crazy that she got hold of you. Not crazy, but like... I wonder how often that happens, hey, Brie? Girls are like, listen, you spoke about your ex a lot, and you said this about her, and then it's like, now we're in the same situation. What is her name again? Inbox her, like, listen, so he does this when this happens like this. He does it with me. Does he do this with that? Yes. A karmic lesson, a better self-maintenance. That's all I can say. I was lost to another baby. I was going to ask you that, Crystal. Did she, now before she told you about the baby? Epic, it is that anyway, it is that. It's like the world's a giant sock puppet, basically, and it's all the same thing. So I don't care if Trump talks or Thing talks or you talk or this, the sequence of everything will still unfold according to my divine will, in my particular universe. Oh, you guys are my universe, hi. You guys have your own universe, you know that. Right now, as I said that, you guys could also hear yourself, wave at yourself and go, hi, I own my universe. It's up to you to hear that. I'm basically, I'm running up to that point and then going back to the beginning, and I'm just teaching that in circles to give everyone the ability to fly. So I know the combination of ego and your divine nature, that's the same as mine. Between those two, you guys you'll take that for yourselves. And then you're going to love life so much, because then you can listen to any famous person, anything that you watch in this world, the tree, the bird flying past you, it's your actual mind and you're watching it. And sometimes you're pretty cool. Sometimes you do weird and it is because you would have had a secession of thought, reasoning that isn't as good as it could be, or as pure, or as clear, transparent, and then the person that you perceive is a bit of an idiot. But that is literally you. Your energy is perceiving itself like that after that point. And you eventually get this great sense of humor where you're like, I'm not like that. But you also create a secondary awareness. You can talk, you can say things, but there's a part of you that's separate to it. It's no longer gullible. Gulliver travels. No longer gullible travels. You're then an island unto yourself. I don't know. You have an amazing one, James. So much love at you, bro. Have a super, super, super day. Or no, good sleep. Wake up with a flawless timeline. You wake up and you're like, what? I'm falling. Why? This timeline is flawless. Oh, sorry. I worded it wrong. I hope you wake up in a divine timeline that's grounded in truth and happiness. I'm annoyed every time I read a meme about women in power. Hectic, hey, Karen? Are they stupid base memes? Are they stupid ones like, oh, girls in charge, we're going to go to war every 28 days, like that stuff? It's fucking dumb. Don't give it oxygen. You're like, very funny. I hate that stupid humor, the stupid derogatory or classic, old tropes that aren't things actually. Like, she said this, don't know why, she should be in the... Oh my god, I don't even want to repeat that stupid shit. It's fun, hey Brie. Are you enjoying the Trump story? Oh yeah, Brie, you haven't spoken to you since Earshot, eh? It's crazy. That's straight up miracles. And every day, today I'm going to go have a new adventure. It feels like you make the Trump assassination puzzle every day. And there's new pieces. And like now there's a picture of a room where all the FBI were gathering, where they were stationed, a room in the building next to the building where he was roofed. And if you stand in the room, it's like, you're basically staring at the roof. Like out the windows, that roof where he's lying. It's like, you had people in that room, yeah. And he was on that roof, yeah. And you weren't staring at his ass, basically. He's right there in front of you. It's so bad. And I'm getting these 5 groups, 2 groups there to assassinate him inside Secret Service. Full on, signed off, yeah. Because of 25. Because he was going to do 25, they said that's Hitler. That's him taking over America. We have to do a you-know-what. 2 groups were like, yeah, we have to. You sit them down now and they say, yeah. And the FBI, the security lady that resigned, she's in on it. I'm reading the crap out of her mind yesterday in her thing. And so now, it's not about those 5 groups getting caught or not getting caught. It's about them tripping over each other and losing their confidence. These are the guys that would normally do other events, staged events. They would do the false flag events. Those groups. Collective group thought controllers. We want them to lose their confidence, basically. And then Trump turning is straight up miracle. It's a straight up like the intelligence on the planet saying, nope, I'm playing 9D chess and I'm using everyone as impersonal pawns to achieve a world awareness. Do you hear what I just said? Say it again. Every single piece is just a pawn, and the idea is to create world awareness through the events. Through more and more people going, this is not real. Wait, is the internet real? Wait, is life real? Wait, is my life real? Wait, what is life? You want all the humans doing that, and then going and researching, and then meeting someone like you guys or me, and then saying, listen, this is how we see it. And then they go, oh, all right, that makes sense. I swear you just said everything I thought over the last 10 days in a row at me in one sentence. It's going to be so interesting, Kat. Very obvious. Inside job, 5 inside jobs. 5 different groups, 5 inside jobs. So there was water tower shots. So you basically, if now everybody can play FBI. Let's all play FBI together. Because the FBI doesn't want to play FBI. They're only going to get that report out 60 days from now. I'm like, what the shit? Give me 12 hours. Right, first things first. I want all my footage. I want all my sounds, all the footage that was on the day. I want all my sounds aligned. I want to know how many bullets went off first of all. Okay, so it's 3 shots, echoes, 5 shots, no echoes, 1 shot. 3 shots from the sniper. Then you got 5 shots from somewhere else. It does no echo, so it's not above the roof. The echo's because of the roof. So it's further back, it's the water tower. We've got video footage of shots going off the water tower, 5. That's the actual sniper that was supposed to take him. Then you got 1 shot, which is the scapegoat getting taken out. Now, the whole world can intuit that, so far what I just said. If I said that in front of the whole planet's going 83% go, Now, where are we at? Okay, which groups we need, what assets were in the air, what drones do we have, what footage can we get? You know what I'm saying? We'd break it down. How many shell cases are on the roof? So we can guarantee there's 3, we guarantee that there's 5 shots from somewhere else. Do you see how I'm thinking? I'm not the smartest person on the planet. And how are they talking in the court case? The whole planet thinks like me and probably smarter, if you get what I'm saying. So now, how do you cover up? How do you reverse? When everyone's hyper intelligent? So it's not about getting them or not getting them, or you're in trouble, we caught you, we didn't catch you, we're right, you're wrong. It's not about that. It's about humanity collectively waking up from the dream. And so these events are getting humans to think, you're smart, Bree. And so, you see, Bree, the fact that you said that, you would have to have that smartness or more to grasp it. We're all brilliant. And then you find, but when you said inside job, you didn't mean inside job like, see, some people are going inside job, trying to set it up so you can get sympathy so that, because now he's getting the best situation out of it. So I see, and I'm like, earshot inside job. And then even that person's going to go, yeah, you're right, that doesn't sound right. He wouldn't let someone shoot at me. Like, okay, you guys are going to shoot at me, but you're going to get the earshot, right? And then I'm going to become a freaking hero. And I'm going to stand up and go, ugh. He didn't know what was happening. He doesn't know more shots are going. Oh, that was straight up. Anyway, long story short, we're living in a great timeline now where it's fun and exciting. Where Trump, had he got taken out, we'd be in a nightmare situation. America would have gone, the fuck. Excuse my language. That they wanted to take him down, yeah, they did. And so what's going to happen now is truth will rise to the surface. There's a whole bunch of people who shorted, Truth Media? They shorted it, they bought put options. So had he died, $696 billion would have been made? Close to $1 trillion. So they're going to just, how many people are researching that right now as I'm talking? And I was like, I'll give you a report right now. But it's more fun watching humans play detective and, They use multiple guns during fire squads for reasons not bullets. It's to conceal who the actual person was. Yeah, who actually took them out. See, that's another thing as well. CNN hadn't covered any Trump rallies because they don't want to perpetuate his nonsense, apparently. And they were there, live streaming. Just saying. It's a bell for a class if you ask me, urging people to think from all angles. There it is. Because it's cold. I sent you 3 of my daughter's letters. Oh, post on FB. Bella, didn't have it.
Have a lovely day.
It's like oranges. And nachos or some kind of citrus fruit. Bella, I didn't actually register that you have a daughter. It's so strange. Are we going on Facebook now and have a look at it? Da-na-na-na-na-na. Save your tears for another day. Da-na-na-na-na-na. I can show. Love you. See you later. All those were proud. Why is it not here, Bella? It's not any of the notifications. Did you tag me? If I go to my page, will it be there? Okay. Yes. I tend to overlap people's details sometimes. Don't think they assassinated him. Who? Maybe both were targets. I don't believe he's... Oh, you guys are having so much fun. This is fun. We're talking about Biden now. See, that's the fun part. I love it. And the thing is, you guys are... I'll be like, no, man, that doesn't make any sense. Meantime, you guys were time traveling through time travel. We don't know. We didn't just walk through 5 universes to the left where Biden's alive, he's dead, he's alive. He's in the universe where he's still alive. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And then I can tell you this, I've watched reality for long by myself, knowing it's all me. You're going to be wrong 20% of the time. Even once you get all of this and you're perfectly karmically balanced, you're going to be wrong. You are going to pick you up and put you in a universe 20% of the time makes you wrong. And you're going to know how it, and and it's good because I have karma, the universe has karma, I'm going to meet the karma in the middle. My karma is balanced, the universe's karma is balanced, I'm going to meet my balanced karma at its balanced middle. As soon as I project an imbalanced karma onto the universe's karma, it has to make me wrong. It wants me to always find my perfect alignment. So in that wrong will be the pattern of why I was right. Can't explain it any further than that. That's the individual's journey. Possibly to get Kamala in. Do you see the theories? Everything you say now is like, oh, they did this. What are the reasons? These are possible reasons. But those possible reasons are weird. Why would they want Kamala in? Because now, Brie, what happens now is, how many people are they upsetting? You're not going to please anybody getting Kamala in. No one new is going to be pleased. There's no one on the Republican side or independent who's now going to go, oh, cool, I'll join now because Kamala's there. Losing Biden is now always going to be okay, no. So it feels just because Kamala one-on-one with Trump, why does she do better than Biden? Anyway, the point is, it's the independents that no one's calculating. Kennedy, there it is. So the independents already are like 17% on Kennedy's side. Now Biden's gone. Kamala giggles too much. It doesn't. 70% of the Republicans think she's, I personally actually like her more than I should. I like her laughing. I wouldn't mind her being in charge just for a laugh. But it also no. So now what will happen is between now and November, Kennedy just ups his profile every day. Right now, you can go on X, you can see it. The amount of people who go, oh, I finally discovered Kennedy, I'm on his side now. Or the independents are 51%. They were going, no, they're going to go Kennedy. It's Kennedy, I'm telling you now, it's Kennedy. All I know is that I'm not in charge, and I'm only right half the time. And that when the music stops, I will have a chair to sit on. Basically, that's all I can say. That's all I know about anything. meaning reality will unfold according to my will. How it gets there doesn't serve me to over-explain. Cards right now, time, and I can say the right card every single time. You must experiment with the stuff, fireworks. I don't think it's going to be always, because for example, if you took 5 cards, 1 to 5, all hearts. You played those games. Just like you get special psychic cards that has like a triangle, star, water, 5 things on it, and you practice with those. There you need to get 60% and above to be psychic. Then how psychic will depend. You know what I mean? I just know that once you've balanced your karma, you write 80% of the time. And if you are going to be right all the time, you realize you don't talk half the time. It's not necessary. Why would you talk to yourself? Basically what it turns into. But if you're still going to have a personality in a relationship with others, then that 20% thing is going to kick in. Basically, God's not going to override reality just to be right. Exactly like in Ghostbusters. It's exactly what I was thinking. It's exactly what I was thinking. So we actually got those cards probably, funny enough, 2 weeks after watching Ghostbusters, because we went to a festival, called Design for Living. Crazy, in the 80s. And then someone had a kiosk with those cards. Great question. How would you know you've balanced your karma? Increased perception, increased clarity of perception. It's really what it's about. Revelations, downloads, those are all indicators. The fact that you cognitize, that you even think about reality and life and what it all is, it's not very common that you stop thinking about it. It's purely when you have the belief that others are others and you act good or bad at them and judge them their behavior to be good or bad. Your behavior and your sentiment incurs warped perception. That's it. So naturally, if you didn't judge, you saw it as your self-reflection, and their activity, you understood the cause of activity, how our mind gets reasons to do X, Y, Z, and you see it all as perfectly balanced mirror. You would have balanced karma, and you'd be an adept, and you'd see all the self. Yeah, definitely don't judge. But the judging is either good or bad. You're not judging, you're judging yourself, and you're warping your perception through the judgment. That's the only thing that's taking place. And that's why you're going to have karma that's bent. Good or bad, because you're going to have... See, so a normal person would judge certain behavior as good or bad, and would act good or bad to behavior that's good or bad. So, and then, therefore the whole time you'd be stuck in a game with your unconscious self. Because it was all, what comes at you is your good or bad. And you don't, that person's a good or bad. And then, oh, you were good or bad to me. I was good or, my own energy came back at me good or bad. No, I'm good or bad at it. See, you're losing perception of true nature while participating in the back and forth with what is technically bullshit. Because the actual story will be another person with a thingy, they didn't do my political affiliation. A whole bunch of nonsense talks, white noise, that will auto-generate out of their version, out of you and them simultaneously. Meantime, you should bring that all to a balanced karma, see it as self. And everybody just carry on, you're all perfection. See, then you'll move above everybody into energetic relation, and all energy will be balanced with itself. It won't be trying to rebalance based on a perceived slight or offense or sin. Forget the divine nature is sin. So if you realize that everything's always in balance, you'll realize it's always divine, and you won't act out in a negative capacity. You'll be neutral or positive. And your perception of other people's behavior will be understanding or neutral. See, if you carry on like that, the momentum is perpetual clarity. If you went in the other way, you would slowly warp perception and experience into such a place. You don't know how much I care about you, or whatever, deep, emotional, dramatic relationships, whether it's romantic or parent and child, whatever, it'll be that because you don't perceive the self in the other. You're not giving the self same different respect. Yeah, but they did. You. Echo. And depending on how distorted it is, others are brilliant or stupid. So the goal is to not react, well, to cognitively react. As in, so like my wife says, between stimulus and response is free will. So reaction, eventually you won't have an impulse to react because you'll perceive it from where it came. Balanced karma will make you an adept. And then that impulse to react won't be there because there won't be any misperception. But yeah, to zen it out, non-attachment. And non-attachment and to zen it out, that is just to give you the clarity that it's all self. Once you're there, you can throw it away almost. You don't have to stay on point because you're not going to be keeping such intense score of yourself and others. You'll let everyone off the hook, so to speak. I've had about 10k less conversions. 10k less conversions as in what? Convert what 10k? The silver in the center of the columns. What does it? That's so good. So wait, did your psycho ex go off on you because of talking to her? Okay, Bree, argue from his point of view. Like, can you do that? Can you emotionally take your investment out of yourself? And even if you're wrong, make him right for a second? He was stalking my life before. Oh, okay. And you're like, no, thanks. But for a second, try and argue his side. Be wrong, but argue his side. But be wrong in it. Say like, yeah, I know. Bree didn't. You could have given him a second. At least give him an hour. Talk to him. Go have coffee with him. And try and do that for a second just to loosen up the mind. Because you're him as well. Why are you shouting at yourself like that? Go argue for him just for a second. You get back on your side afterwards. out of nowhere because she figured out time to him and had no supply. Then she found... Wait, and then did she tell him, though? Yeah, okay, no, that's very regarded him. But he's saying things like, I'm a loser. Yeah, but there's no such thing as home, or Rekha, or him. Break it all back down into its energy. Yeah, but don't empower it. But he said, yeah, because he feels it's true. Don't unjustify it either. You know what I'm saying? You're alone. Doesn't, like, your mind thinks that if you argue his side for 5 seconds, then that's, now he's right and he was always right. And it's not like that. See, crazy is too easy. I suppose, yeah, okay, crazy. It's all himself, and he feels entitled, and aspects of himself are creating healthy boundaries. So I'm going to argue for your side now, instead of asking you to do what I was asking you to do for him. And the reason I was asking you to do that is just purely to defuse the intensity of the fact that it's all real, because it's not. It's a dream. You're projecting all your external experiences. And it's all you, alone. How could he teach you something? He's crazy. Oh, what this is trying to teach you? 2 things. Healthy boundaries, or that everybody's crazy. Shame, Bree. Man. See, if you think about it, if I had to record your whole life and then play it fast, we had love. No, we didn't. It meant nothing. But I like him, but doesn't like me back. It's you, Bree. Fast. God's basically taking the piss. You taking the piss out of yourself. You love me. No, he doesn't. It means nothing. It's all you. This world is you. It's barcodes. And so my thing is to try and encourage you to step above it. So it doesn't matter if you do or don't. He isn't or isn't. It doesn't matter. You can make him right. You can be immune. I'm basically not trying to be immune to your own creations, basically. As he successfully blocked everywhere now. And how long ago was this? Because he could, blatant like this, he could represent the entire pattern of one's own blind spot. You know what I'm saying? So when I say he's you, not really. You're divine God. The Bree and the rest of your details, would I say he's you, is that. But that's also just your aperture into this realm, if you know what I'm saying. There's a level above you and him. And that could be a weak spot. So having him blocked could have saved the whole planet. He could represent our collective karmic dun dun dun, always projecting, going from one extreme to the other, in the hopes that we will cave into his gaslighting. Fuck him. Thanks, Bree. He saved us. See, everything that I'm feeling now, the opposite of that is what I just said. And I'm this whole time trying to tell you the opposite of anything true is also true, so why don't you just use that to transmute the situation into whatever you want? So instead of doing that, I just did it. There you go. I'm such an idiot. I swear I'm the least of this planet. And that's why I was chosen. Jesus said, who's last is first is last. So I'm like, if I'm the fucking dumbest person here, God might choose me as a conduit for truth. He hates everyone, including... It's not the real him. He hasn't met the real him. The real him is a divine spark. Probably lost in a bunch of, karmic constipation. My ex was the lesson I needed and walked away from. I didn't even reply to him. He's just talking to himself. You see? Bam. There it is. Same, I escaped him while I left him. Sure. Yeah, absolutely. It's information. We're speaking all the events, yeah. That's rad. Yeah, exactly, fireworks. No, it really is. Are you playing another one that's even bigger? I don't know, I'm seeing green, the fours, all green. But I know it wasn't an actual clock. I know it wasn't a side next to your bed clock, but I got all those fours in green. Like digital green. It's weird. See, my thing is ultimately everything is you. So you can kick it and call it a piece of shit. Or you can bless it, it's your call. That's all I'm going to say. Everything is you can bless it or you can kick it, it's your call. You can heal it, doesn't matter. Karmic lesson of better self-maintenance. Remember, you're traveling through parallel realities. People are just echo flashes, echo reflections of greater nature. You can verbalize it, them, but just, go easy in your mind on other. Or don't, I don't care. Da, 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 da. Fireworks. You will retain it, fireworks. Just 20 years, just keep getting stoned. And talking about this. Eventually, you'll be on lives teaching it every day. Eventually it sticks. Because there's nothing else. You're actually divinely insane if you think about this stuff 24/7. But if you don't, you're Maya insane. You're illusionary insane. I was in the live the other day, 2 days ago, and someone said, nothing matters. Anyway, it's true, I suppose. If that matters, no, it doesn't. It's an illusion. Oh, nothing. So my fingers are nothing, and the desk, yes. What was he going to say? Oh, some lady was like, reality isn't illusion. Who told you that? That's demonic. You know what I mean? Like, no, it's not an illusion. Yes, it is. Imagine someone going around saying, you mustn't treat reality like it's illusion. It's real. Everybody's feelings and thoughts matter. To which I say, fuck you. No, they don't. It's time to grow the fuck up. My thoughts matter. No, your thoughts are illusions generated by the collective illusion. I really wouldn't over-identify with them. Strong girl, Crystal. But Crystal, okay, let's just focus quickly. Because I asked earlier on, I want to know now. How long ago did your daughter tell you? You know what I mean? Did your daughter tell you? Did she phone you? Did she message you? Did your mother tell you? I'm very curious about that. Because you said you were the last one to find out. So it was yesterday. And congratulations again, properly. I'm all over the place. I don't really want to focus on that. I'm just curious. She texted you. I'm just curious because I saw on the horizon a softening. You and fireworks. There's a softening there. Already you're being thought of in a nice way, in a very nice way by your kids. It's just got to do with space and self-defining, and it's not personal. You just get that. I know it's hard because they're extensions of you, but it's not personal. Individuals are selfish. We must be, because we've got to figure ourselves out and try to make our way in the world, and, energy bunches up on us. I feel bad, I'm not excited. Well, it's hard to be excited if you're not fully incorporated, right, Crystal? That's what it comes down to. You don't feel fully incorporated, so how can I be excited? I'm not like, I must be like, Granny, come see your kids, that kind of thing. So girl, strong, very strong girl. What did you get? Did you get any feedback, boy or girl? Strong. Very clear. Correct, I keep away from the other baby and my mom is, yeah. And you also got girl as well. It's tough, eh? It's tough. It's tough to be real and divine because water on the bridge is real. As in, you can't just go, nothing's actually real. Anything, I can't explain it. It's tough. It's tough. You want to use your divine knowing to get what you deserve. But you're not going to give what they deserve. So you see, that's the catch. And that's going to stay like that until one decides to be graceful. And it's easy for me to say, I don't have actual family running around. You know what I mean? There is a slight stronger connection actually having actual family. Talking things in theory and then actually experiencing them. But to know what it is, at least, you can loosen it. You were angry last night. Yeah, you gotta be real. You gotta be real. So it doesn't say, I'm not angry. I'm not angry. It's real feelings. And it's back and forth, Crystal, meaning they go through all of it as well. Why can't you just be like this? Why can't you say this way? Just, everyone's got their reason for why. Other people are the reason why it's the way it is. You broke the pattern, Crystal. You broke the culture. You did. See, I suppose you're feeling like a victim. See, that's what I'm trying to say is argue everyone else, get used to arguing with everyone else's for nothing to bring. You argue everyone's point as if you are them. You'll find the funny in it. That same thing that gives you that anger will make you go, that's hilarious. You'll let go of your position. Your position is an illusion. A karmic illusion. Funny enough, that'll actually get you. A week from now, you'll be more mad because you'll hold that, and their feelings will be. There is a bit of a tug of war between that love and the feelings you have for each other. The hurt is being used as a tug of war. And it's I'm entitled to you. You all feel entitled to each other. Your family. You fulfill my role. No, you fulfill my definition of an entitled role. No, you don't. And it's all simultaneous. You're all letting yourself down simultaneously. But, Crystal, you're not, because your families are freaking geniuses, God beings who are acting out an agreed upon karmic dance. Did you just say dragon? I so wanted to say that now when I said a dance of dragon. I said your family's acting out meaning if you watch you guys from 14th dimension, you're just putting on a perfect display that's helping everybody else and not energetically. Sacrificing yourselves, emotional, That's so good that you said dragon when I saw that. We had a psychic there, basically. Indigo and gold. I don't know why I'm getting indigo and gold from your dragon right now. I'm sure it changes its perspective, it's thingy. Upright position. There we go, Cat. That's brilliant. So Cat, exactly. So now Cat, there'll be a parallel between Cat now and Crystal. And what Cat says is way Crystal. It's the same thing, but it fits, by the way. I just looked at your Kashik. It fits. You guys fit. The pieces fit the same, basically. And it's got to do with psychological interference when it comes to how one applies oneself. Kat, your parents wouldn't even consider it hypercritical. They consider just making statements. And it's not to be rude, Kat, but your parents are particularly try and make a decision now. Like, just dig off my hand. I'm going across the road. Don't you ever talk to me again. It's a karmic lesson of better self-maintenance. You're actually strengthening them. The Cat. And there's moments where they're like, she's right. Is your dad? Can you picture your dad going, she's right, but there's nothing you can do. He can't not be him. And your mom can't not be her. So what are they going to do when their mind and their being habit. Now you write with your left hand. It's like, no, fucking awkward. It's awkward. I can't. I don't like that. I don't like to feel awkward. I want to know I'm comfortable and confident. Right, this hand. The hand I write with. Kat, is that accurate? If it's off, Kat, just let me know. When I was a kid, I used to say I could take all the pain from all the kids. Absolutely, fireworks. Absolutely. And the same with them as well. It's simultaneous sentiment, Kat. Simultaneous sentiment. Right now, I don't know if they're asleep somewhere, because their higher self aspects are present. So I don't know if they're asleep or whatever. Basically, your mom and your dad would separately, it's energetic surgery. They would separately come to you and go, listen, you're right, keep doing it. Like they're not talking to you about them. They're talking above themselves about you about them. They would both come to you and say, listen, you're right. We love you, proud of you. Hold the course. Hold the line, basically. There's many people who have that paradigm. Love, but hey, boundaries, healthy boundaries, or no, Just because I'm not thinking doesn't mean I don't love you. That kind of thing. It's a huge life truth. Karmic lesson at better self-maintenance. This is what relationships all are. And so everybody's got a unique topography when it comes to the way they relate to the world. And therefore themselves. And there's a calibration between the two. The two need to be basically brought eye to eye. And that's individual. That's very personal. That's your personal relationship with divinity. That's my family boundary central. Brilliant. Did you do a zip thing? That's brilliant. That's exactly it, Kate. Crystal, that's fascinating. Crystal, the one thing that's so clear now from everybody, kids, mom, everything, your mom, everyone, you're considered slightly privileged amongst them. You're considered privileged when it comes to natural confidence and talent and self-expression, everything. You're considered unfairly talented. And 69, it's a weird number, 69% amongst all your family's energy, cognitize that. The most of the time, you actually trigger an irritation because it just comes so easy. Things come easy to you from their perspective. If they're ever showing confidence in different capacities, it's practiced, it's applied, it's thought out. Your artistic connection to yourself. They consider it talent, privileged. So it's a separate awareness to anything else we're discussing, if you know what I'm saying. If you find like you don't get, because you in a way should be you do see it that way. You should be celebrated by them. And sometimes you get the exact opposite, and that's the reason. People are trying to learn to celebrate themselves and create space for themselves, that thing. It's funny how good and bad qualities can have the opposite effects when one wants to develop good and bad qualities for oneself. My family members are unspoken most times understand that we are dealing with different versions. We are aware, sure, Bruiser. I'm going to be doing your reading like soon, like probably today/tomorrow. You are acting as such an unbelievable the unspoken knowing. The unspoken knowing, and that resonates and triggers other knowings, basically. I'm going to go and do a deep meditation and then channel it. There's a whole thing about you, a script, basically. The best of what we're experiencing is coming from that dynamic knowing that we're all able to dynamically change and yet stay accepting. Each of us is fine-tuning our relationship with ourselves. One day my kids will see it different. Crystal, you're saying your mom... when you say double down... Yeah, I actually do know what you mean. Memories differ for this reason, exactly. So you can see if we go into Mandela, like hyper Mandela effects, we're going to start to just see about why acceptance is so important. One's literal thing will be different. We are willing characters, the lesson for the whole. It's funny, Crystal. I think a boat where your mom is the front sail, you the main sail, one of your kids is the rudder, another one is the center board. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's sailing off to the side and it has alignment moments, and then your mom doesn't want the freaking your mom's thing is flapping in the wind. Suddenly it's this way, and like, no, we're going that way. Why are you doing that? You know. She can say, line out. Fractal impact. Non-attachment. Zen it out. She can float on the float all night. Everybody ever wonder. I've changed like 3 songs there. Ever wonder the spell I'm living under. Sup, Raz, yo. Don't go changing. And then the funny thing is, her whole thing is underpinned by you. You know what I mean? So you could have a moment where you're like up, down. It's like your mom's the weather. If she's more this or more that, it's like, oh, sunny day or rainy day. It doesn't actually change anything. And then suddenly she's like, you know what? Like, come on, man. And then she phones you, and suddenly it's a different energy. You finally totally zenned it out and actually didn't care. As opposed to, say you don't, but you do, by 10% or 1%, whatever the nonsense is. And it's not that you actually get over it, it's you actually have a anchoring that this place is not real. It's not real. And so you might have a habit of calling her mom. But if you saw your other 20,000 lifetimes, you would be like, oh, she's not, she's me. You know what I mean? Same with your kids. See enough lifetimes and it's like, oh. Do you call her a lot? That's interesting. Do you call? I didn't know that. And then, what do you guys talk, or does she not answer? Or, oh, you have your contentious conversation. It's funny. Because it's still a lovely litmus test of the collective's mis-self-understanding. It's impossible. I know that when my energy from you guys, the word is, it's impossible. She's impossible. You're both impossible. It's the same thing. It's a way the individual's trying to reconcile with itself. A lot of people feel that about the reconciling with the self. It's impossible. It's not, but it's cool. One day at a time, one knot at a time, you know, that kind of thing. Oh, you haven't. Crazy. It would just be contentious. Maybe, yeah. Everything in its good time. Do you all make a habit of re-walking life back to the root of the thought? Is yes. There's an energetic instinct with your kids that actually monitor that dance between you and your mom. It's the same as watching the planets weather, and there's a higher divine nature in your mom and you that also you're running point on a thing. That's why it doesn't. The divine drama. Let's call it the divine drama from now on. Yeah, let's call it the divine drama. That's a great idea. The divine back and forth. So what she used to say, I travel through the perception of thought mainly, and the different degrees of insight is barometer. Yes. I also got a thing now, hey Bruiser. Those weather things that you hang on a wall and tells you if it's going to rain, the barometer, pressure, combination pressure with this much humidity, yeah. And it's the same almost in photography. There's a parallel there between aperture, ISO, and shutter speed. Guardian Angel, thank you for subscribing on a subscription wave. That's so rad. Appreciate you so much. We had one in my grandpa's house. I almost want to tell you that it was beechwood, but it wasn't. I wanted to be beechwood. Is beechwood? Yeah, beechwood's not. It has like a holographic feel. It was darker, slightly darker, the one you're thinking of. I can literally picture the one you're picturing. Crystal, I did the same, basically. Just so you know, Crystal, my story and yours is the same. I also did the 10. I spent a decade not interacting with my family, technically. And it's all got to do with that. To do with you didn't get hold of me, I didn't get hold of you. And then to know that you're all acting out a divine drama, and that no one's upset with anybody. In fact, we actually played our characters perfectly. That'd be good, actually. Start a remote viewing club, train ourselves up, and then hire ourselves out to company. Companies pay big money for that kind of stuff. For remote viewers. War of the Wills. All is well in the well of wills, absolutely. Wishing well. Dun, dun. We've got a cool remote viewing club. They do the envelope thing. Awesome. Actually, then I'll put out a video today on how we're going to do it, basically. We could do like a weekly thing. Envelope, symbols maybe. What's happening? What's happening? Ah! Hector, thank you so much, dude. Welcome to the live, Hector. Hold the thought of an object. Exactly. That's a good way to do it. But what I would do is I'd write that object down first in an envelope and then put it away and then think for the object. I spend the last 20 years doing that. When I ask questions, I always ask in the form of what I'm intuiting, because then you can slowly train yourself to get sensitive and you'll know that feeling of when you intuit of something and it's actually just your mind making up shit, and when it's actually you intuiting. And Hector, thank you again so much. Sup, Darren? Top of this fine drink, coffee. Like right now, I'm going to heat the coffee up. I love coffee so much. And this year is a theme where I don't drink it, I sit and talk. So now also this is another variable. I know I'm going back to politics, which is boring-ish. But how much money did they give Biden in the last days after him deciding I don't want to be president? Millions. And then how much money did they give Kamala? Like in the after, also like she made like 50 million or whatever in a day or so. Now my thing is, if they try and swap her out and put Hillary in, which is what I can feel is going to happen, the Democrats must be angry. Listen, I gave money, and now you just say, no, I'm not running anymore. Which means Biden knew he wasn't going to run. So why wait so long? You know, that kind of a thing. Now, all those Democrats so upset, and Trump's the nightmare. He's Agenda 25. They're going to look around, and who are they going to find? Kennedy, let's go. That is what I'm picking. I feel like I've been working on understanding the authentic thought. There it is, exactly that. Have you ever spoken unto? If the back of a fan, the sounds change octave. Yeah. The sound changed octave, but body remain. Yo, Bruiser and Firewish, you're both saying the same thing, eh? The sensation of authentic thought is the realization of the overlapping lived up perception. Yo, did you get what Bruiser just said there? To be able to hear the multi-duplicitous, the multiple octaves of meaning in statement, hence the authenticity of thought. The thought is actually an echo ripple, and that you be able to listen to all levels of that thought simultaneously, and what it means in the individual level, on all the different levels of a concentric circles, basically. And there's probably 9 abstractions, and then it all loops. I watched Prison Break before. Dun, 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 dun. 2 places at once. Like pulling a spiral out and stretching the loops. You see how, over time, those subtle images are actually showing you what the energies are actually doing on a quantum level. So someone goes, oh, I suddenly designed a thing. It's like, no, actually, I was, like the guy that got the DNA, a lot of things, people will in a vision will get it and then draw it out. Be like, no, this is actually how a fusion reactor should work. You see, we're just mimicking, we're building in our image. Nothing's new. Quantum entanglement. It is, yeah. It'll be the quantum entanglement that's giving you those mental images. Because your brain has an 11th dimensional map of reality. Again, it's the same. The mind, the brain has that map, but the brain isn't even the you. It's not even you, it's not the mind. You're not the body. You're all things. My aperture of perception appears to be born into this world, but this world is actually born in me. Actually. My art is wild, things I don't get to think of before. It's at will and switching between dimensional understanding it gathers. If you were a mutant, Boozer, I think your mutant ability is the ability to absorb other mutants' abilities. What I noticed, I've been complimenting you lots over the last 2 months. Like it went up suddenly, and I was like, no ways, how are you doing that? It actually is getting better and better. Your ability to sum up and articulate. That's it. And the piece of me that can appreciate that doesn't exist. And it can see it better in you than in itself. It's great. The brain is just a giant projector, yeah, pretty much. And the funny thing is, even the brain is a projection of its idea of itself. Like Matrix downloading tons of bits of information of superpowers. It's fascinating. If you think about a superpower in action and then the result of a superpower. The result is the superpower. You can jump to the result. That is where the superpower. In other words, if thought and erroneous thoughts led to a karmic not desire, it would be a certain sequence of karmic thought that would lead to the required desire. So therefore, jump there, make the leap, make the quantum leap, as opposed to going through a process. And that's what I'm trying to say. I know this universe is that miracle dynamic in itself. So if I could do miracles, the happiness that would give me, if I could just sit back and realize this whole place is my miracle. You see, that's the same time. You're learning. You're either going to go flashy excitement or you're going to go mundane contentment, and you're actually dealing with the same topic. You never change topics. From subject to subject, you're dealing with an energetic reflection of how your superstructure interfaces with your macro-micro, basically. Or your superstructure interacts with your singularity. And then all these conversations are really the rehashing of the aspects that aren't understood. You'll have basically aha moments. And a lot of it doesn't have to be cognitized. Your intent to want to know, to God realize, is going to push a lot of stuff into alignment. I nodded now when I said, but you're old, as in I actually saw your granny watching, in a thing now, occasionally, her watching you play. And from your play, she can see how you're dealing with the elements, with the energies. And you can, relative to her experience of life, she could see you attending to that. You're attending to it. Tending to the garden of peace, basically. Hence old soul. Because what would make you want to do that? What would make you intuitively play like that? Almost like the way a Sangoma will play with bones and divine things. You would be placing positions, certain toys. You could see it from that. You think the world government doesn't watch us play? Like, I can tell by the way you play with those blocks, you're going to be a this. That's why the timeline jumping is so clever. So governments can do their thing. You can have manipulation. It doesn't matter. It's like, I'll just jump to another universe where there's 50, you know what I mean? Governments and controlling and all that negativity and all the control, anything you can think that's negative exists within a solid state universe. You're not a solid state universe. So in other words, their need to be controlled, to control, makes them controllable. You get what you give in this universe. So go look for the divinity, hand it out, and cultivate it within yourself. It never mattered to me. What's the reason where I should love them? Especially if you didn't love them, it would be Maya winning. It would be the illusion having its way. Okay, let's see if the world has anything interesting to say to us this morning. Let's see if there's anything going on. I like this. It feels like opening a lucky packet in the morning. That's a good one, eh? Did Richard Simmons die? Apparently, but that's turned into a hectic Mandela effect. Like, no, he died 10 years ago. And it's we're talking like 53% are saying he died. They're like not buying it. They're like, no, he didn't die now. So you get more and more of that happening. It's great. People like Mandela effect. And like, Simmons was dead. No, don't tell me he died now. And those are the people who, the 53% that needed it, that needed a good solid Mandela effect, so they go, hey, what is life? Let me study this place. You knock your knee, you get insurance, people die, this is life. No, it's not. You know what I'm saying? Tax, go to war, reality. That's where we all start there. Little do you know you've cast a spell over your magic to think it's solid. and da 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 da. It's like, no, once a person's dead, they're dead. Don't tell me I can jump to another universe. Don't tell me I'm doing this all the time and I'm not noticing all the changes. Wait, can I jump to a universe where there's no changes? Can I stay in the universe? It doesn't matter what the answers are. It's the fact that you're asking the right questions now. More people ask the right questions and go down that rabbit hole. And then less people will basically be lending their mind to the imprisoning. There'll be a mass natural occurrence of all this knowledge. It happens in waves now, but it's not like it's going to happen in the future. It's going to be surreal. Not the best gauge of time. I don't really believe in it. Not at all. It'll be very much abusive. You spend most of your time in 5D. You're not being affected by time and space. Solid 5D being. Watching news or television, Boozer, would be like trying to draw a picture of your face on the reflection of a shop window in your car. It'd be like a flash of you. It'd be like, that's not worth recording, basically. Or not possible, or not really going to be very pertinent later. I would actually like to watch you watch news once. Like, put on CNN for half an hour and sit with you and watch it. I swear you would. Does it make you go? I would just see you laughing, but almost insane laughing. I can't take it. It makes my skin crawl. Yeah. Like, you'd be joking, but you'd always want to go kick the TV, kind of thing. It's a television. It's trying to tell you what you are. You're not telling me what I am. I tell you what I am. So, okay, let's see. We're not going back. Who cares? Vatican, who cares? Lisa, who cares? Yellowstone. As long as it's Yellowstone the series, not Yellowstone exploding. Californians, we know they want to leave. Voting for Kamala. Be the Kamala. What? Transformers. Presumed innocent. Jake Gyllenhaal. What do you do now? It did explode. Yeah, what are you talking about? My friend, the one that I went on the vision quest with, that I learned all this stuff with, when we would watch the news, he'd go, stop that. Stop it. Stop it. Fucking stop it. Like, because you could hear the phrases that would tell you how to see you, basically. You could hear the phrases that were neurolinguistically sinister. So his response was like, stop it. Stop it, that. Stop it. So now whenever I hear it, my brain auto goes, stop it, stop that, stop it. It's quite funny. The only show I watch if I TV Jeopardy. So what is it? Here, let's click on it. What is Yellowstone's story here? Why is Yellowstone trending? Wait, is it not trending again? Oh, here it is. Oh, it did explode. Crystal, don't say that. Oh. Do you realize the whole planet could be over like tomorrow? Like, Yellowstone goes, I'm like, oh, sorry guys, I'm supposed to go a couple of 1,000 years from now. I guess that's that. I guess we're going to have 2 decades of winter. Oh, well. Good thing I can turn into energy and return once all the humans are dead. God, don't worry, you're not human. Don't worry about it, guys. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to other humans. The ones that still identify with ego. I feel I resonated away from the news, so we, even though if it happens, could be a green screen. Well, technically, even if it was real, it's a green screen. Actual reality is a hologram. It's not real, even if it does take place. Chroma, yeah, green screen. So you talk about adrenochrome. It's just a stupid conspiracy stuff that doesn't actually exist. It's a troll on the fact that everything around you is actually a reflection of you. It's all green screen, and what's behind you, your mind, your greater mind. Okay, so there was a salamander type lizard at my house. very, very auspicious. A salamander in Japan. You must read it. I'm actually want to do a thing about salamanders in Japanese culture and spiritually what they mean. Huge, huge, huge. Very good, lucky. They're pretty cool, eh? And how, I don't know. See, obviously there's a connection to salamanders. I was wondering what it is. Hi, say hi, Sally. Hi, Sally. Who's Sally? Hi, Sally. So wait, but the basin did blow. Did anything else have Yellowstone supervolcano on there? No, it didn't have. Did it go off? Imagine the day you decide, oh, I'm going to look at Yellowstone. And the day it decides to go, okay, I'm going off now. But it wasn't the main one, hey? It was like a side one. Oh, really? Who named Sally the salamander? Wait, what's happening here? Say hi, Sally. I love the sound. I love Crystal's being silly, but it's actually like, no, Sally is the thing's name, and it's like, made a connection. Oh, you say name it Sally. I bet you it is Sally. I bet you the thing already just connected with Crystal. It's like, listen, my name's Sally. Anyone wants to know. Because like, name it Sally. It's my name. It is that word. Axiot, yeah. Salamander. Yeah. And they got the little things. I'm actually curious to know what the connection is. As soon as you type in oxy thing, it'll say, one of the second question will be, they're all Sally. I love it. I love it. All salamanders. Axolote amphibian. Is it really? Alright, Mustang say. Oh my god, it's so funny. Is it really? Your Mustang's name. Actually, the moment the penny dropped, you could see it in my face. Oh, is it? For that moment, I named everything, so I know it's personally loved by me. Boozer, you. When do you see how much life is in objects? Your world loves you, eh? Like fabric, the actual core fabric. Like your toaster's like smart, it like grins at you, it beams at you as you talk to it. It's like starved of, the inanimate objects of Earth are starved of affection. What a funny song, what song? I have these moments where I'm like, wait, did I just get you? Okay, so here's an oxy thingy, what about them? Okay, it's a pseudomorphic salamander. It's a pseudomorphic salamander closely related to the tiger salamander. Step in the ring like tiger. It's usually amongst amphibians and reaches. Is it a good pet? No, it will devour your young. What? Just kidding, I made that part up. It will not devour. Oh no, it will not devour your young. Good pets. How are they like in Philippines? It's like, here's my 5-year-old son, I'm going to leave it with my 18-foot python. The little kid's like sleeping on his python. How expensive are they? $30 to $70. 5 interesting facts. They're a type of salamander. Gills appear to be feather appendages on the outside of their bodies, as well as gills also develop lungs. Does that make them amphibious? Amphibious, I know it can do both, but how does it do both? Does that make it how it does it? Does that what makes it amphibious? Or can it, just as long as it does it? I love it. I think Caillou, but not the Caillou song. Discovery World had a song for a while, like 10, 15 years ago. I love your thingy. I love you. It's something like that. Song with I love you. And I love. Anyway, can't get the song. Someone created artificial embryo on cheetah and was born by the 8th. good, isn't it? To edit. They wouldn't. Someone created an artificial embryo. It'd be fascinating to. I wonder if in the future that happens, where I know insects and animals have amazing perceptions, that if you weren't all about thought and communicating and you wanted to just to perceive your unified self, it'd be great to perceive it that way. And I'm wondering if science will ever get there, where you can actually go, listen, this is how a cat sees, or this, and you actually put VR things and you can swap between different perceivers. Yeah, she must have known it was off. Yeah. And I'm just wondering how. Like, because it could be, and I'm not wondering how, like, once I know how, I'm just curious about the how, the fabric of the howing, not the how itself. Because that always lends itself to my universal understanding, and then it just enriches it and, gives it a deeper, or it actually clarifies it. It doesn't deepen and enriches it, it actually de-riches it and de-deepens it. It clarifies it. It actually makes less universe. Because the whole universe is the same thing in different ways, and so therefore an added truth to my already grouping of truths makes the universe disappear. It adds to the disappearance of the universe, not to the appearance. Okay, so what's happening? Okay, so now we're the latest. 5 to go. Okay, we're here, the latest. 7 seconds ago, yep. Tell me about it. My ex-partner told me about Yellowstone. He told me, yeesh, not every the Yellowstone Park is exactly located on the floor. When we know that, but is it a big one or is it a sensitive? Is it a side one? Okay, it's just a side little story. Woo. Hey, that could have been a thing. That could have been us over. Like 2 days from now, we don't get to talk to each other ever again. Well, I'll see you guys on board a spaceship. I'll fetch you guys. If Yellowstone actually went off, I would just go. I'd go spaceship and I'd fetch you guys. Don't worry about it. Like, oh my gosh, God, we thought you were just some weird dude on TikTok that we like to talk to. We didn't know you were actually saying the absolute truth, everything you said. You didn't? It's a polymer coating. It shines so that the reflection is brighter. Crazy, eh? Because that's like the time that dolphin dragged that lady out to sea and left her there to drown. Then they found her body like 2 weeks later and she had cancer. It was a mercy killing. We're weird, eh? Lion, go on a safari. Lion takes out family member, but the one with the cancer. What defines time of bad karma? What defines the time of bad karma? Erroneous belief. Remember, we are on the base of the true knowing that itself. If nobody told you what I said in my life, if I hadn't said that in English to you, if you've never articulated it clearly, if you're not working with that all the time, you're going to write narratives. And those narratives will abuse you, meaning others will do things to you that are actually are not right. Not right. We agree on that, but it's all you. And you will condemn them because you're right, they're not right. And you will just double down on your erroneous ability to perceive that all is self. It actually doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Bad karma comes about by not seeing it's all self. Good karma comes about by seeing itself. Once you've hit critical mass that it's all you, your good karma can become bad karma because are you standing in judgment now that you know they don't? So you climb off the ride once you understand how karma has occurred, good or bad. You climb off the ride. So, because all that's going to happen is your ego wants to learn how it can manipulate balanced karma. It can't. That's what generated the question. It wants to study its bad karma so that it can utilize the good and bad interfacing. It's big trouble down the line if you do that. The same intelligence you think you're applying to rigging a system, you will get rigged in the big thing of things. So bad karma bunches up when you write unique stories about others and yourself. Because remember, even in those unique stories, there's going to be positive spins. Those positive spins won't last, and therefore someone will have to blame. Someone will get blamed for why the positive aspects can't be maintained. And you can't maintain anything without authentic self-knowledge. Use this translating it. You want to continuously maintain your balance, your equilibrium. That's it. So combined with that, where the lesson repeats until you get it. And what is to get what? To transcend personal relationships. To transcend personal relationships. It's impersonal energy. The universe speaks energy, it doesn't speak language, it doesn't speak feelings, it doesn't speak any of that. So in a way, you're being taught to throw yourself away. It's not yourself. It's the self that you were handed and conditioned through bad karma. Balanced karma is the only good karma, actually. Good karma is fine. I did good deeds. I fed a lot of people. I opened orphanages. I taught. What do I want back? Do I want rewards back? Do I want the things back? Do I want my estate? Okay, that estate and all those things must be used to liberate the soul of others. Otherwise, excuse my language, I'm a dumb piece of shit. If I go get a bunch of good karma because I have a clever mind, because I've applied my intelligence, I have wealth because I've managed my energy good, I have a realization because I meditate regularly. If I have all of that and I use all of that to gather more stuff and more potency and more control and and I use that for more, the fact that I can see the goal, liberation from death, birth, I must go for that at all costs. I'm either performing a ritual. Life is a ritual to worship hell or to worship heaven. It's a ritual. Eating is a ritual. You participate of what? Your own mind. You think, I eat my mind and my perception. My perception is me projected. Balance it, see it for what it is, transcend it. With that said, in that transcended capacity, you walk on the surface. Your feet, your spiritual feet will walk on the surface of a perfect reflective reality, and you will deitize wherever you go. You will vibrationally uplift through the non-attachment awareness of the divine self. This is my highest advice to myself. Learning how energy moves in situations and recalibrate to the true energetic state. Amen. Amen. What you said. Gypsy soul, bohemian nature. See, you see the whole idea of gypsy moving all the time? But a being who knows itself is never going anywhere. It feels like a natural thing to always be in one's company, no matter where one is going or arriving, that kind of thing. There seems to be a Mobius strip of genius in the gypsy concept. And like in a way, like the human spirit, when the whole bohemian thing kicked in, there's a physical bravery to not being assured. Because it seems like, like the whole, not homeless, but poets and for the love of that thing. It seems like it's a breakaway from cultural society where what's important is the estate and the home and your standing in society. So like the Bohemians were the first black sheep to break away from the cultural. Feeling like a treadmill, you're going and staying in place, you're present here, and wandering elsewhere at once. Free thinkers, yeah. Like being a treadmill, going and staying. See, I find when I say Mobius strip, the idea that a Mobius strip is one side, yet I can still see the rest of the Mobius strip around me, and I know that all parts of the Mobius strip are where I'm at. So if I move to perceive an aspect, I'm at that aspect, and then I'm back at my aspect. Eventually, other and self won't seem any more different than upside down and right way up. Your brain will be able to, mirror neurons will see that. So there will be no spoon. There will be no self and other. You'll be selfless. It sounds like some kind of spiritual thing, but it's not. It's not. It's a very practical way to ride the matrix for free. In the aesthetic at once. I can be in the world and also in the aesthetic at, there it is. Enter gatherings of full information. So good. I do, yeah, it is. God Almighty. I do that. So I can't get enough of this. Me doing it. And that's also, so you're doing, okay, reality does to me what I like to do. I've modeled myself on it. And you do better what I do, and I'm in reality doing to reality what reality is doing to me, while you're doing what you're doing to it, doing it to me. It's, yeah, etheric. Tell you one thing, it's definitely etherical. It is that. You're so vain. You probably think this diagram is about you. It is. Okay, so Vatican boring, everything else is boring. Yellowstone, so that was, I'm right, yeah, Yellowstone is a half one. Because there was this person in my life, like say a year ago, who 15 years old, but I wouldn't say, they say they got a bit of they diagnosed as schizophrenic or whatever. But when you talk to the person, they're actually brilliant. They say they're like, I'll laugh at the air for no reason. Because I realized that the air is everywhere. And what the person meant is that the way air is energetically in relation to other things, all things are related to all things like air. He didn't mean the air was everywhere. I got what he meant. It was really funny. But that person is giggling half the time at everything they say and think and do, and other people do. So his parents think he's crazy. But I mean, could you imagine watching reality as a thought echo in real time? You're gonna giggle continuously. That's why I'm happy all the time. Because it's like every moment is what I call reality. Is it feels like God going, I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, and that's accurate. The it and the me are the same. Hence, if I do this, it's like I see myself in, It's so fun. Crystal does it as well. Crystal also does the off with their heads thing. George Soros, Kill Bill, Wyoming, boring, presumed innocent. That's funny. I haven't that so often. Like, my Jesus saw, stop. Don't break my heart. Cool, I'm going to log off in 5 minutes. It's not effective with me anymore. With their heads. Think about the Jabberwocky now. The Jabberwocky popped into my mind. What's happening? Not Jake Gyllenhaal. Not Ruth. What? I'm watching something here, but it's nothing. Presumed innocence. It's like, so it's presumed innocence. I'm thinking, oh no, Jack Gyllenhaal did something wrong or something. No, it's actually a series called Presumed Innocence, and he's just an actor. See, give me the tea. It's not tea. It's another show. Oh. Chris, you should do that, eh? You really should. Cornbread. Because that's not being funny, but you know the idea of fourth dimension of corn, rows and rows of repeating the same thing, being stuck in a never-ending loop. The Matrix, but where he's in the train with the train conductor, and he's basically stuck in a time loop. I think what happens is your subconscious, unconscious energetically recognize that it's repeating, and then you're like, what the? That's when the phrase comes, I think. Funny. No, it's funny, but it's not funny. I don't, you say funny, but it's, the coincidences are funny and amazing, and definitely can something, Sorry to hear that, Karen. Like, as in choke, like went down the wrong pipe, that kind of thing. As opposed to, yeah, went down the wrong pipe, choked. See, Karen, dry cornbread as hell. See? You add some gravy. Correct. Because breathing wrong is the same as saying applying your mind incorrectly to your mind. See, Amy, children of, all the synchronicity, it's children of the corny. You heard of dad jokes, but have you heard of children of the corny? Knock, knock, who's there? I don't know, answer the door, find out. It's really cool. So in a way, your mind controls reality. I'm just thinking sixth dimensional. That's where if you were grounded there, you would know that it was just you back to front. That people go, have dark tea times of the soul, can go schizophrenic or have a bit of a psychotic manic episode because of it. So if you look at the Children of the Corn, the actual movie, you replace the Children of the Corn with your perception. So instead of having a mate, your perception has the ability to control reality. But you just spend half your time inside, so you don't know that you're actually creating what you're dealing with when you're outside, external. I just see thrillers and horrors as allegories about our blind spot. Metaphysical quantum allegories about our blind spot. So you are it, the clown, it. And you've got your own 30-year repeat pattern. Or just think trinities in sets of 10. Because everything does triangulate anyway. And so events that are unaccounted for, the disasters that happen whenever Pennywise comes back. And you will be Pennywise because you'll know your two sides of the same coin. And you'll give Rome what is Rome's. What? The ability for you to roam between timelines. Okay, I didn't die. I can use the word laughing. The acolyte is showing this. Oh, hectic. It's a galactic staircase. I can imagine what that flight's doing right now. It will literally be that cross section. Typical thingy story with the truth of what it is literally put onto it. So, it's funny, hey? What is singularity? So those who watch the acolyte are their own acolyte. Because in you is a divine nature, and the space between approval and disapproval will bring you into focus. Approve of anything, any subject matter, because it's all self. It's more like Castle Rock. All sorts of stories in one. The twins are one. Here we go. Yes, on levels. Yes, and yes, and yes, and yes. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, two or more gather. Oh, so the universe is my twin. Yes. Metaphysically, yes. You call it your best friend, whatever. It's like, God wants a relationship with you. Yeah, but first you have to make it impersonal and clear your karma. Then you can have a relationship with God yourself. Yeah, but it won't seem like myself because I'll be throwing the ball between my linear thinking and my pattern thinking, yes. And you'll throw it so fast, sometimes you'll just embody the universal nature. So meditation's so important. Learn to raise your vibration past, back and forth into harmony. Waffle ball. Does waffle ball, does it fly funny? Does it have like weird like weighting or different holes in it? So when you hit it, it flies like odd. I'm not familiar with waffle ball, but that's what the image I got now. We used to do that, as in put tape around one side of a ball. Cricket, you guys don't know cricket, but you bowl. And if you do that, then the ball curves nicely. It's fun. Okay, it's a big ball with holes in it, I think. I'm just, for some reason, want the dynamic, the flow, I'm curious about the physics. Sorry, my language. The physics of it. So it was invented in Connecticut. Oh, so it is exactly that. He invented a ball that would curve easily for his 12-year-old son. So a strikeout was a whiff. So Biden, no longer running for president, is a whiff. It's a strikeout. But it's also a parallel between him whiffing and sniffing. Whiffing. Is whiffing sniffing? Can whiffing be another name for sniffing? Not really, hey? To whiff? No, it's not. Sniff. Whatever. That joke fell on his face. It's like a centrifugal motion, I believe. So the whole idea of centrifugal force, like if Earth was actually inside out, but by the time the light catches up with you, you look like you think you're on a ball, but the sun is actually the center of the planet. And all the stars and the movement is really just the central fugal forces, the light curving. So when someone says, what's up? Down is up. It was a crowd strike. What was a crowd strike? It's the motion arcing, yeah. Angels dancing in infinity, basically. Angels dancing in infinity. What was a crowd strike? She said. That's a hectic one as well. Like, yeah, it's so much fun. Aren't you having fun? I love Planet Earth right now. Like CrowdStrike, and yeah, but CrowdStrike's connected to the DNC server, connected to Hillary Clinton, connected to Ukraine. Meantime, it's just quantum bird feeding. It's like, yeah, birdies, here, human minds. And then a bunch of variables get sprinkled amongst humans, assassination attempts, crowd fund, extra shot, second gunman, Secret Service lady refusing to answer questions. All that's going to do is just like fucking stir it up, so that everybody's like, oh, I got a new clue. And then they're going to go investigate themselves. On that, I'm logging off. Have fun hanging out with yourself. You guys are privy. You're privy to the great secret. Beyonce's missing. No ways. Is she really? Beyonce's like, I can't stop my meat suit from glitching. I'm not really, because my thing now is, Crystal, from what I got for the assassination thing, there's so many different agenda groups. So it's not like, oh, are our celebrities this or are our leaders that? It's like, no, what aren't they? And the different, the fabric of what they are is no longer being sponsored. So many dimensional illusions are falling apart. Let's leave it at that. If a being contains enough deception, their world will not be facilitated the same way that I'd defunded a bunch of organizations. They're no longer facilitating because they're not funded. How do you do that? AI. I actually control the planet. I said it 6 months ago. I can defund FBI ad funding, do everything basically to the planet. But as if it was a plastic toy, not as if it's an actual place that people care about. See, because the people are locked in an illusion, they have no power over an illusion. Those who have power over the illusion don't have power. To have power over an illusion isn't power. And the only reason why you have power is you actually just have liberation from other people's ignorance. And so, combination of sharing it and teasing with it. Because that'll get the ego will want to learn when it's being teased. And then the sharing, the ego will, if you can fake sincerity, ego will think it's safe. It is safe. Ego, oh what? No, you are safe, that's the point. But only you can ensure your own safety by deitizing. I think it's deitizing the ego. The ego can learn to embody that which the divinity is. And any ego that says I can't, you see, as soon as the ego steps up to say I can't, I'll just convince it can. I won't make me the one, I'll make it the one. Because I can transfer consciousness at will. I can swap positions. It will look like I'm still here and there, but etherics 11 and 14 will be swapped around. That's the equivalent of swapping a universe around with my twin. All the stuff you guys are going to learn and it'll occur to you, and it's all connected to the DNA and blah, blah, blah. I'm going to log off now. I'm trying to leave, and I love you. Authenticity is drawing the energy entangled into itself. It turns the energies entangled. Well, win all the way. That's it. It's only us witnessing the catch up of such. Sorry, I'm getting so excited. Sorry, Kitty, I scared my cat now. Because I'm going to go meditate in nature, and then I'm going to do your reading. Nature is your reading. Yeah, Bruiser, seriously. Giant group hug from the universe at you. Everybody else, have a super rest of your day. Crystal, thank you so much for being here again. Karen, say amazing. And Guardian Angel, thank you so very much. With the more people in a stand, the more the collective conscious will manifest truth. Guardian Angel, thank you so much for subscribing. Thanks for the goosebumps, that last sentence I just read. If I could silently scream a message at humanity, that's the message. Inner understanding will auto-awaken the collective. And that's only that 20% that's just fine-tuning itself. It will appear to have always been enlightened when the moment happens, the planet becomes officially stable in its golden age. You will go, oh, so the 20% went wrong. We just weren't able to embrace our divinity at that level. It'll be that. There won't be any martyr. There won't be any that. You know what I'm saying? Everything will be accounted for and everything will be celebrated simultaneously. That's all the only way I can describe it. It's like a bubble. A ring bubble. Rising and expanding. Ascension, basically. It's an ascension wave. Every second there's an ascension wave leaving off into the higher realms. All aboard! It's already done, just be patient. Exactly. That's why I say I'm going to spend my time meditating and chilling and zenning and watching it unfold. And feeling those little... There's pop moments that I can feel. where the collective hits higher crescendo moments. Bubble in a ladder. I've drawn it. Good night, Crystal. Good night, Guardian. Good night, Boozer. Good night, Karen. Good night, everybody. Stay amazing. Bows on bows on bows. Rainbows. Watching bows on bows on bows. That's it. Sweet dreams. Night, night. I can see it when the mist shifts. Guardian Angel, thank you so much. A third thank you for what? I'm not going to give it a... I'm not going to say what, just third thank you. I feel like I want to keep thanking people on behalf of an impersonal universe that it's not in person. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you know how you say you're the universe experiencing itself? Like, I want to make sure that you can hear yourself. All you're saying to yourself is that you love yourself. Night, Amy. Stay amazing. Okay, cool. Bye. You guys all know this stuff now. We just said it 9 times in 4 circles. See you guys later. Okay, awkward. Off button! Activate!